Good morning, London. How is everyone doing? We're back, and it's a beautiful day here, so it makes me really happy. Um, and being back on the charts, also a thing that makes me happy, I guess. Here we go. Let me just double check that everything is okay. There we go. Yes. Now let's have a look. What's going on? Let's have a look. Oh, yesterday was not an easy day, eh? That was not an easy day, but it was quite interesting, to be honest. I was waiting for this moment for a really long time. It happened after market close. But I was saying it can't go down before it does this. And it's interesting that on the 4 hour, there's no manipulation wick right here, the 6 o'clock. So that's very telling. And it just went down, right? All the way down. Everybody was waiting for that. They just did it after market close. But yeah, it was me. I mean, I'm very happy that I knew something was. I knew it couldn't have done before it made this last move, and I was really waiting for this. But it was very tricky. But hey, we learned a lot again yesterday, right? It was very insightful. So that was interesting, I guess. Price action. I haven't really looked that well, but let us see quickly how price action. Well, it looks like Asia has been very, very active. Nice distribution. We wanted that distribution in New York, right? But we didn't get it, unfortunately. See, everything went really a little bit smoother here, 7, and then it just dropped. So I wonder if we get if London is going to be a little bit more. We had quite a large move in Asia, so I'm just curious if we will get a large move. Hey MJ, how are you doing? How's it going? Hey MJ, isn't that interesting that just going over that move yesterday, like I said, it has to go back into the manipulation, right, before it goes down. And it did exactly that after 4 o'clock, obviously. And then it had to move down. So understanding how these blocks work is you can really tell the flow. It really hadn't finished business here. It was just a start of the move. It needed to make with engineered liquidity. It's all about that engineering of liquidity, which tells you a lot of information. So like I said, I wasn't ready to go short until it made that move, but it's so annoying that it did it after 6 o'clock, right? But and it went exactly back into the daily volume imbalance, and then it went down into the liquidity. Did you trade Asia, by the way? Because you were already aiming that liquidity, right? Did you get anything in Asia, or did you? Hmm, pretty interesting. The other thing that I think now, okay, because we had such a large move in Asia, are we going to get a good London, or are we going to get some consolidation, which could be the case, but it doesn't matter if we have consolidation. We just look at the levels, we study the price, and then we are better prepared for the AM, pre-market AM session, right? It's okay. It's all okay. We don't mind, right? We are professionals. We give what the market gives us, or we deal with the market that is dealt with us. But anyway, so what I'm expecting today for MQ, even though we might range, if it's going to be a range day, we are in between, which I always like on Monday and Tuesday. And this is my ping pong scenario. So that's okay. If we have an inside day, we're going to use the NWOGs and we're going to use the event horizon. Not air watching until dip liquidity grab down to the gap. Yeah. There's a lot we can still grab, right? There's a lot of liquidity downstairs. So it can be quite interesting. Hey, but listen, yesterday was not, it was just, I was actually listening to myself, and I was so like, oh, I was really slow in talking, like I was really getting tired, and it was like really sort of like, I got a little bit, not bored, but, you know, you missed the. I was like, oh, there's not much energy in my. It was just I was becoming the market, right? It's like really funny, but anyway, I was happy to see. I have to be honest that my analysis was correct, and that I that this it needed this move in order to make the loss to the downside. So that was a good thing that I'm happy about, and I'm happy that I didn't take any trades because I felt that something was still off. So I guess you know um, being patient and you getting out on time, you passing an evaluation on day like that. Good job, MJ. Really good job. I didn't pass any evaluation yesterday, and I only buy the rapid challenge because I want to pass them in one day, and it's impossible for me yesterday to do it. So well done. Very, very proud of you. And also that you got out on time. I don't know if you've had other evaluations or could trade anything else, but you just took what you could, and it was enough. It was exactly the right time. But. So let's have a look at the higher time frame. I want to know if GC is still in the bloody 4 hour. Is that? Oh my God! Are you kidding me? Oh, but I said if it goes into this wick here, then I'm interested in long. I said that. This might be getting up for long. I'm keeping an eye on this. I want to see if this is some complete injection to the upside, or is it just rejecting, then go lower. Like this, but still, I like how this is. The bodies are above. The bodies are hanging up on the quarter level. I'm just gonna watch this candle here. What's going to do, and we're going to react on this wick, or are we going to go lower? It's not sweet, but with 4 hour application, this is manipulating distribution. Could be. It looks a little bit bullish to me, but this is the area of let me look at the daily quickly. How are we on the daily? Oh, you see, I marked that arrow here, and it exactly that arrow. See this? This was I was aiming for this. I made that yesterday, and it hit this at what time? I want to see what time it hit that arrow. It's also at 6 o'clock. You see that? All the levels that I map out are done after. That is so annoying, because that was my level I was looking for yesterday. I marked this 7 o'clock in the 7 o'clock candle, in the 6 to 7 o'clock. I need to start. I need to start trading Asia. I mean, I cannot sleep anymore. I need like a. So, hey, MJ, listen. I just started gold a few weeks ago, because on request of the community, they said, "Hey, can you do some analysis on gold?" I'm like, "Yeah, but I'm an NQ trader. I don't do anything else in NQ. I'm married to NQ. I don't cheat." And they were like, "Oh, come on, come on." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'm actually here for you guys." So, and I heard other people, very enthusiastic about gold, who are also like very NQ minded. And then I started looking at it, and in my description, I always said, "Listen, on the community's request, just exploring gold, so that every trade that I could make was just a paper trade, to be fully transparent, right?" And then I was like, "Oh my God, it's so clean, and all my setups work," and I was really surprised. So now I'm like, what, gold is now in my arsenal as well. But I must say, now having two, I'm a little bit spoiled just having one chart when you only have NQ, right? You have 3 years I've only done NQ, so it's like one chart, one level, and I get very, I know the levels very well, so I got very comfortable with it. But now with being also on YouTube, going well, I like that I go more into analysis, but I do. I'm trading a little bit less, and because I do more analysis and go into the chart. Sometimes I miss a trade because I'm talking more, but that's okay. But I like gold. Hey Eugene, hello, hello. How are you? I, I wanted to say I saw your message on Discord, but I was a little bit busy. But thank you, and thank you, Eugene. It was very exciting, and it's a female as well. Number 200 is a female. I love it. But and also Eugene is a gold trader, by the way. So going back into gold, MJ. So when I just started out with gold, Eugene was also very helpful because I was like, okay, how, what do people use for confluence? Is it silver or something else? So that's how I slowly grew into it. Well, actually, in the last week. So now it's on the menu. So and I really like it. So, but MJ, if you're just starting out with NQ, just focus on one for now and get really, get to know the levels, and then then branch out whenever you're ready. But if you're doing well on NQ, and you said 6 months, right? And you're doing really amazing already. Hey, listen, Eugene, we all got these people that are just starting out and they're doing really, really well. I'm really yeah, I mean, I don't know how old MJ is, but we've got a few youngsters here as well that are really rocking it. But anyway, um, let's get back into the price action. So, Eugene, I would love to hear your analysis on gold as well. I said yesterday, and I marked this level, and guess what? What time it hit? 7 o'clock. Just like my level in NQ, I had a level in mind, and it did not go there until after. Well, I don't know. It was after 4 o'clock. I don't know exactly, but so I said if we're going into this 4 hour rejection block, I want to go long. And it hit this level. So this was my interest, my point of interest, and it hit exactly in the 7 o'clock candle, right? 1 hour candle. It went up again in the range, and now back again. So I'm not sure about my long, to be honest. So again, because it's back, I don't like. You're 28 and you like NQ. Yes, well, stick to NQ. Hey, listen. I said for a while, for 3 years, nothing else than NQ. If I wouldn't do the YouTube, I would probably never even looked at NGO because I was just, just NQ. But yeah, I think it's a nice area to go. Another flat bottom with a wick. My favorite. My favorite. But anyway, I don't know. Again, with gold, I just don't know. As long as it's in this area, I'm just not. I don't think I'm interested, Eugene, with gold at the moment. As long as it's in this 4 hour. Even though it took the liquidity here, I'm just not interested. We'll go back to our boy NQ. NQ is at least moving, right? So we like NQ. We like NQ. Now, what to expect? Looking at the 4 hour. We still have a couple of unfilled gaps, opening range gaps below us. Let me show you. I have to move my. I've got to move my gradients. Okay, don't mind the upper. I can't switch off the upper ones, but I just want to show you guys the lower ones, which are still unfilled. So these are lower unfilled ones, as you can see here on NQ. This one is still filled with the N walk. We're in it right now, right? And this one. So we are in this one here. I move my gradients. I may advise everyone to use those gradients because they are important, and ICT said they are referred back to the whole week. So even though it goes through them, it might go back up into the range, and then it uses those gradients. So these are still in play for now. And you could also grade and walk, but you most likely see that there's a quarter level. We can do it. I'll show you. I think it's too much. Let me just check if it's. You see the 0.5 is a 0.66 and the 0. So they all overlap. I'm not going to grade the end walk. I'm just going to grade the opening range gap. So that's it for now. But these levels will be important. And then I switch off my opening range gaps because that's too much color. I like color though on my chart, but I'm trying to keep it clean. Also per community request. So I've got too much stuff on my chart. Oh, let me get this away. I think we can keep this here as the right section is crazy. Okay. So remember the blue line is a quarter, and it's actually funny how to see that it's really bouncing off it, right? And this is a 1/3. This is the midpoint of the opening range gap, and well, it speaks for itself, I guess. If not, let me know. Oh, hello. You hear that, guys? That's so cute. It's a bird, very loud bird, with a very cute sound. If my fan is bothering anyone, let me know, right? Because it does make some noise, but I'm not sure how if you hear it. Yeah, I don't want to touch on gold. I really want to. I don't know. I said if it goes into this 4 hour, I'll show you on the 4 hour. I really wanted to see, and it did not go. The bodies did not go above lower than the 25% of this wick, so that's still bullish for me. But then again, I don't know. It could still go lower. But I do like this how the wicks are setting up. So this is like lowest liquidity one coming up. So maybe the manipulation move to the downside, and then the distribution to the upside into the water. Eugene said 40-60. Okay, yeah, I would have this area as but maybe I would make it a bit lower first. Exactly 40-60ish. Yeah, I agree. And then maybe if it goes higher to here. Yeah. But I guess I prefer NQ for now. I think. I don't think I. That's how I feel. So let's have a look, guys. Let's have a look, and we just wait. I found a really nice overlay, and I really want to use it. But I mean, that means I have to have a winning trade, and it has to be a trade on an eval or on my live account. Otherwise, I can't use it. And I really. Yesterday, I was almost, I thought, oh, I've got a winning trade, but I got out earlier, so it doesn't count, even though it's a green trade. I can only use that overlay, which is really cool, when it's a really, really winning trade, which means analysis correct, it goes to TP, not stopped out, and then I'm allowed to use it. Hey, MJ, enjoy your day, and I'll see you back later. Yeah, you need to touch some grass, and I may listen. It's really important to do that. I'm also, we've got a nice day today here after the London session. I'm also going to touch some grass. It's over 30 degrees though today, so I can't go to the, I can go to the beach, but The only downside here is on the beach. I love to walk barefoot on the beach, but now it's like really, the sand gets too hot, so you need to walk with your slippers. That's the only downside of it's not really a downside, is it? But you have to be aware. Okay. So we had 1, 2, 3. So the 2 out. So you see how those levels, those algorithmic levels from the opening range gaps are really quite significant, right? Price is bouncing here, and then most likely we'll see how far it could go into the end wall. Am I missing something? I do like it because even if we had inside day today, are we going to get an inside day? This is a 6 o'clock candle. Well, we're not going to get an inside day today, but we might define the range. So let's say we're going to into this end, the rest of the day we're going to stay in here. Then we can ping pong. We can have a ping pong scenario, which is, and the ranges are quite big. So that's, for me, that's interesting enough. Let me see how large those ranges are. 124, 124. Okay, that's good enough. Okay. Well, let's see. So integrated at the end walk, but it's not necessary really. But I'll leave it. I'll just leave it. Okay, 318. This one's really hard to grade, to be honest. It's not really like which manipulation move is the one. Let's see if we can find anything. I like this one. I think this one would be okay. This one makes sense to me. Okay, I'm gonna stick with this one. Why? Because the 2.5 is exactly the entry of the end book, and the 4 is exactly the end. So the 1 point. I love this. If I may advise everyone who does macro, use the 1.25 because it gives you a lot of the time the retracement levels here, 1.25 exactly. This is retracement. 1.5 here, 1.25 here. Okay, I'm going to stick to this. I'm going to leave this one here. So we did not get it. Most likely we'll get a retracement now from, obviously when we hit the end walk, we can expect, I guess, the retracement, right? So, and maybe, because we didn't have any retracement after 1.25. So I guess we'll get one again at 2.5, and then I get into this fair value gap, and then for the move down again. So I think we might get some good opportunities, but we have to be patient, right? Let me go to the 50. Okay, let's see. Now, isn't it interesting using these gradients of the opening range gap helps you really now, okay, why is price not moving any further? Because I don't know if you guys notice, every time when you are just in front of an end walk, it just doesn't go straight away, right? It's sort of like hovers and then it goes. And I guess we can sort of like anticipate it now with using those gradients. Thanks to ICT. Also, those premium and discount weeks, my God, in combination with my favorite PDRAs are already the rejection block, so I already use the gradients a lot. But now with the premium and discount weeks, oh my God, I mean, it's just crazy. Oh, and I see something very interesting here. Oh, I like this. Oh, this is a flat bottom, flat top, I mean, with the no manipulation here. We'll have a nice manipulation in this area. 780. I like that. It's my favorite. One of my favorites. Algorithmic signatures. This is from 15. If you have it on the 15 or higher, you mark it. You mark the devil's mark. And especially if there's a wick next to it. The larger the wick, the more interesting it gets. Now, I'm not interested until we hit the end walk. You know what I'm going to do? I am going to I want to see the higher time. Let's go to the 6 hour on this one. Order block here. Oh, this is interesting, guys. I want to show you on the daily. Why are you doing that? Want to grade? What's the midpoint of this order block? The 0.5 is exactly the midpoint of this order block. Okay. we're going to damage these levels. We have to disrespect the English. This is totally array, but it is here. This is an important value here now, all right? Because we're in the for the block. So I am going to mark this because this one is significant for me. I want to see on the 4-hour. Suspension. It's going to be one of the suspension blocks most likely, but which one? Which one has a level here? Why is my screen jiggery? Okay, well I'll go back to it when we're going down. But this is an important area, I guess, for because we've got the range is for this area here. This is the breakaway gap. So what does it look like? So we should get a measuring gap somewhere from here. We'll see. Breakaway. Just measuring halfway, and we should be here somewhere. It makes sense. Okay. Well, we'll see how it goes, and if we can define the full range, maybe we'll make the full range in London, but I wouldn't. I don't think so. Probably will. We'll probably on consolidation again, guys. If we a large move in Asia, it means either in London or in the New York session. It's going to be testing our patience again. Well, our patience is constantly tested. It was a good move. Okay. Yeah. $3.15 breaker. Yeah, that gold setup might be there, but entry should have been in this area here. It's too late. Look at this. High resistance, high resistance, high resistance. Now let's see what it does at 3 o'clock. Oh my God, guys! If I show you, I have one of my cats, and she just loves paper, and she just when she finds a piece of paper, it just ends like this, and it's all over the floor, everywhere. It's like confetti. There we go. And it's just I have to be very careful if I make notes, especially my they're all gone if I leave it in the open. I'm like, what the hell is here? I don't even hear it anymore because I'm used to it. But oh my God, just have to check if it's not an important note. Look at this. Um, Marrying a bias. Okay, I guess it's one of my personal notes. Okay, Dolly, you can continue with this one. You already done it. Here you go. You naughty pet. Such a mess. It's crazy. It's like having kids, really. Now you see, if I look at this, I see equal highs. Um, Let it go up. Maybe we can frame it nice straight to the downside because we know the N wall is still there, right? And it's bouncing off the 25% of the gradient of the opening range gap. So this might be the last hurdle before it goes into the N wall. So it might be nice if it moves up, and then we can take on a nice trade to the downside because we know where it's going. It's just a matter of finding the right time, right? That's it nowadays. It's just like okay, um, I guess most losing trades not the analysis, but it's the time getting in. Um, Similar to last night, and I mean it was. I mean, I'm so grateful for you guys, for the ones who kept hanging out with me. We just waited till 4 o'clock, and we were just like, and I was like, I know where it's going, but it didn't do it until after 4. But I was so tired at some point, and I could tell. Um, but yeah, timing is I guess timing is really and I guess SMT now is the most important. If you don't have SMT, I'm not entering any trade without SMT. I have to remember that because that's the only thing that really gives the extra. I mean, I want 3 or 4 confluences, but SMT has to be one of them now. There is no way I'm entering without SMT in this environment. So that's a good one. I really want to keep an eye on that. I tend to look at it sometimes, especially on the quarters, on the half an hour, and when the 15-minute candles form. Those are for me the ones that are really fit my trading strategy. Just 1 second, guys. I'll put on NQ. Here we go. I'm back. Okay, go, go, go. It's just in a range. It's just consolidating in a range. Let me see if we can get any clarity on how far it go up. Maybe it goes all the way up to the event horizon again, like I said. But it's not really ping-ponging yet because you wanted to touch the um, you just have to wait. We'll wait until macro. Um, this is always an area that that I used to get chopped up. Oh my God, it's going to run now. This is, you could get a couple of these candles, right? This is 1 hour candle. This is the second one. You could get a few because Asia gave such a large move, right? This is from 6 o'clock all the way down. So we could anticipate a few of these 1 hour candles. Could be. I don't know why my screen is flickering all the time. I don't know why it's doing that. It's very annoying. Just 1 second. I need to chase something away. Okay, let's see what 4 o'clock is going to bring us. If we're just going to keep on having a lot of consolidation, I think maybe we should not spend too much time in the London session. Um, I do believe we're going to go over this flat top, but it's such a small move here. 790, here you go. How much did gold move, by the way? Okay, gold also had quite a significant move. Want to see consolidation in Asia, and okay, this is okay. Also, I think this is quite. I don't know for how to 12. I guess this is significant for gold as well, right? This amount of points to the downside, to the upside. So I guess gold is just finalizing its market maker sell buy model. So it started here. It's just going back to the daily open. Now you want to see a little wick here? What's the midpoint of this? Why is my screen so annoying? Just above 3 o'clock. Let's see. Does someone know why my screen is flickering all the time? I cannot get it to stop. It's very annoying, right? I can imagine it's annoying for you guys too. Oh, I see. I need to get rid of the side screen on the right. It's ugly. Um, okay, 344. Now this could be SMT with if this makes a wick here on and Q in, let's see, and then maybe ES not on 15. Let me have a look. What's happening on? Okay, this could be SMT to the downside. Maybe let's have a look. That might be a good. So I want to see a little bit of a wick here, and then SMT, and then ES not going over this. Then we have SMT, and then we could maybe get a trade to the downside. 5 seconds. Did we have SMT? Did we go over? Not yet. Okay. I don't know why this is happening. I want it to stop. Stop. It's like someone is moving my. Okay, no SMT yet. Maybe in the 352. Oh, you also have a flat bottom here, a flat top. Let's see. 3 o'clock. This one looks even more juicy. Just waiting for SMT. I hope we can get a frame a trade somewhere to the end wall. But because it's been such a large move, it might take a bit longer. Might be stuck in consolidation, and this might take a while. But that's okay, right? Then we just I think I'm getting rid of the end walk on this screen. Um, Here we go. The envelope is on this screen, but I took it out of this. This is a gradient of the opening range gap, which also entails the gradient of the envelope. Just want less things on my screen. So this is 25% of the opening range gap of a few weeks back, right? And you see how these levels, ICT said a few weeks back, I was already doing it, but not as much as I should. I'm sorry about that flickering of my, is it this one? Let me switch it off. Maybe this is it. Okay, so price is rejecting from the 3 o'clock. No, I didn't even touch the 3 o'clock. For me, there's no trade until we have, if this area, this flat bottom, flat top candle has gotten a manipulation. I really want to see that before I make a move down. This is lack of manipulation. You want to see manipulation. Okay, almost the macro starting. Let's see, 4 o'clock. We love 4 o'clock. I love 4 o'clock. Such an important time throughout the whole day. Okay, 350. Let's see. Okay, let's see how price behaves in the macro. Mm. So we've got a gap here, but we also have a fair value gap here. Got an inversion here, the gap. I think it will go into this gap here. $352. So again, consolidating. I'm so happy that I'm not on a trade when I see this price action. Yeah, I think that's also nice to recognize the environment you don't want to be in anymore. So these are equal, so that I think we could take it out almost relatively equal and then maybe go into this little gap here. Let's see. Um, oh, is it going to rain again? Where's my phone? Looks like we had so much sun now. It looks like it's going to rain anytime. Okay. You see that also price didn't hit the 3 a.m., but I'm just noticing this gap here. Did it touch this one? Let me just see. Or just not? No, it did not. Interesting. Okay, so this has been unmitigated. We didn't retest the 3 o'clock. So that's interesting area, I still think. Let's see. Volume imbalance. Why they're interesting? Because we still have equal lows here, and we have equal highs here as well. So that's why I'm grading them, because this high and this high are equal as well. And price tends to refer to volume imbalances more than once. So if you see them more to the left, um, they can be of significance. So here you have another one, and that's this one. But this one now has equal lows behind, equal high below it, and these ones have equal highs above it. So then I always mark them. And I could go all the way through it and go to a lower one here, right? Because, but then because of the value gap, and with this, it just gives me some direction. Okay, what time is it? 3:56. So we're still running in a macro, so it could go into that imbalance, because a macro doesn't do anything else than balances out imbalances and grab liquidity. There's the only two things a macro, it pulls to those levels, or sometimes just consolidates if it doesn't do anything, which it does sometimes. Let's quickly have a look at gold. Quickly, just have a peek. I want to see what it's doing. Okay, it's in the annual. Okay. Almost 4 o'clock. Hmm. I have a nice overlay. Let me put it on. I should change it. Hold on. I can change this text, but it's actually consolidating. I need to change that. I found some nice overlays. I have to make it more fun. Let's put it around. Overlay. No. It did take out this liquidity, right? It did go lower. Um, oh, did someone just subscribe? Thank you, guys. I have to start automating that, but thank you, thank you. I'm so appreciative. Yesterday, it was a moment that, hey, Ellen, how are you doing? Ready for, yes, ready for the 4 a.m. Yes, 4 a.m. There we go. Printing. Did you make it back? Did you time it as well to be there for the 4 a.m.? You could get some influx of volatility. But you know, Ellen, I mean, Asia and made such a large move already. I wouldn't be surprised we're going to be stuck in a consolidation for maybe the whole London session, even though 4 a.m. might, you know. But hey, look, we're going to get a little bit more movement. But I don't know. It looks like we're going to get a few of these hourly candles here. I think pre-market might be nice, and maybe even PM session today. Ooh, look at that 4 o'clock. Oh, I love 4 o'clock. Always exciting. Oh, we might get our S&T now. Let me have a look what ES is doing. Ooh, look at you going. Ooh, look at that. ES is still quite far. I'm looking at this candle here, right? The 3 o'clock. And I have to go back to the 15. I think this will be the candle that will mark the S&T. Why? Because this has lack of manipulation. So the only thing I want to see is that this candle must wick into this one here, which is a very strong algorithmic signature. And it looks like we might get in the 4 o'clock. Let's see. I just want to wick. It doesn't need to do anything else, just a wick. And then ES not, and then we might get our. Let's see. I wonder if it's going to take all this liquidity as well. You're ready for the 4 a.m. candle. We love the 4 a.m. Hey, have you been, Ellen, have you seen more things on with the 4 a.m.? Because I know you put it on your chart lately, right? Have you noticed more interesting things? What about the 10 a.m.? Are you doing the same with the 10 a.m.? With the a.m. 10 a.m. New York Eastern? This time, guys, will be significant through the whole day. You will see a lot either back to this or not, but if it does, you need 3 days or 4 days in a back. This is a very, very important time, the 4 a.m. Do we have S&T? I don't think so. Not yet. Why is this always... Okay, this is okay. Two candles. Okay. I think it's S&T, but it doesn't give those small S&T, but it's here, I think. Just took out the second one, but not the equal. Okay, no S&T. Now it's just ranging in between. Just it's really not taking anything out, right? You can see that it's just really just ranging in the range already. So it's making a smaller range. But hey, you get a move with 4 a.m., right? Even though it's not interesting enough, but it's a move. I just don't know. Come on, stop moving. There we go. Go into the volume imbalance. Go. Okay, now let's see what it does. If it rejects from here or it's going to go up. Um, I want to see rejection. Not getting it. Okay. A smaller gap here. Oh, we got a suspension block here. Oh, look at that 4 o'clock. It's just never feels right at 4 o'clock. Almost never. So if I do 4 o'clock, I'm looking at the 10 o'clock. The 10 o'clock and the 4 o'clock, they work together. The first 10 o'clock is right over here, 5:09. I'm just wondering, we're going to get them down. Do we have any 10 o'clock here? It's 2 hours now, right? Yeah, this is first 10 o'clock. It's model, the 10:4 and the 4:10. 5:06. Okay. $5.06. $5.06. Let's go back to the 1. There's no S&T with ES, so I don't know where to enter. I don't like to enter, but again, it's 4 o'clock. Boom. In the macro's almost ending. We're below the 25% of the first opening on the opening range gap, right? The quarter. Let's see if we go back into the range again. $5.06. Or you see, when you have what you want to do when you're short and the 4 o'clock prints and you're bearish, you always want to get into the manipulation move of the candle, right? So if you look at the 4-hour candle here, you see a manipulation move, and if it's a distribution candle like here, you always want to get in this move right here. So that's this little area. We've got 2 more hours on the 4-hour wick, but like I said, I just don't trust it too much because on the 1-hour, look, we've got all these little ones here, and I'm just wondering if we're going to go in already. If it does, I don't know. It's hard to frame the trade because it doesn't go to the levels that I want it to go to before I want. We don't have S&T. Without S&T, no entry for me. You really need the S&T to have the true distribution move. And I do think it's going to go here into. It has to happen into this candle here. Oh, Eugene, we have one posted in the Discord that I made a channel with deals from prop firms. Just post the deal there. If they're good deals, share it. It's there for that reason. I haven't shared. I should do my funded next because that's the only one that I trade with. But hey, if you're happy, but hey, you need to have good experience because I did hear I did. I mean, I'm always careful with that, but I did hear someone complain about top one. But if you have good reviews and you are experiencing good things, then we can promote it. And yes, we are not affiliate. We don't. I don't think we are going to be that kind of a channel here. But it's just to inform everyone. Um, but yeah, put it in. Feel free to do so. It's good to have if people have good experiences with specific props, but also bad experience. We need to share that. I mean, um, some of these companies are very predatory and they really have no good intentions. So the moment we find out, we should not support them and make it, get it out there. But if they're good, I think it should be out there too. So Eugene, I know you've been using them a lot and you've been like for weeks already, right? And you're very happy with it. So post it. Go ahead. Now, normally when you have a distribution, you think this one should be a distribution candle, right? So I wonder if we're going to get if the move does come before 6 o'clock, because we are at oh no, yeah no, I just want to see the retracement at 2.5 here. So we had a retracement at exactly 1.25. That's this one here. And I really want to see actually that it hit the end walk and then makes a nice retracement and um, then enter. I don't know how long I have to sit here. Before I know it, it's 11 a.m. Eastern and New York is finished. If I'm not careful, I'm just sitting along. I can tape read all the time. I really tend to forget time, to be honest. I think I have to be careful that people don't get an epileptic thing from my screen. I don't know how to stop it. I don't know why it's doing it. Okay. I like these overlays. Yeah. Oh, I should put some more text. PA consolidating. Well, let's see if we can remove that nice, cute little box. So it's really, really close at the end wall, but it's just not going there. It's just, let me see how many points it's away from. Oh my God, what is going on? 729. Okay, so it's just 8 points. It's just 8 points hovering um, above the end wall. Just 7, 8 points. Okay, so the 420. Um, let's see. This is 3. So I'm happy that I did not start. Oh, hold on. What's the 150? I want to have a look at the 152.10 macro. What do we do there? Okay, here we go. 150 to 210. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so this is also interesting. Sometimes what you see 1 to 10 actually defines the range if you're going to go consolidating. Interesting. Now, I want to try something because I think there might be solution to this one. Hey, Mether. No, you didn't miss anything. It was just consolidate. Oh, well, I'm just saying that. Now moving. Hold on. We've just been consolidating all the time. So you just got in at the right time. We're waiting for price to go into or actually touch the end walk, which is right over here at 720, 21-ish. And then I'm hoping it might have a move back to the upside so we can enter on a short. But it might just go through it. But it's hard to frame a good trade at the moment. So it's below the volume imbalance. I'm going to get rid of this. Yeah, my screen is flickering. I can't help. I don't know what's going on. So this is it's exactly 2.5 standard deviation. I do want to see a retracement from this area. So we're just hanging out, I guess. NWalk and weekly, I think very much aligned there. Yes, yes. So I graded. So the grading lines are the new week opening gaps. So you can see the price is exactly on the 25%, right? So because we've got two new week opening gaps that are unfilled from a couple of weeks back, we've got them now. Oh, look at that. We're going into, yeah, there we go. Okay, so let's see now. We touched the 2.5. I really want to see a retracement. I hope we're going to get that because then we can frame a good entry to the downside. Okay, so we grab liquidity now, significant. We touched the N walk. Mind the time, guys. 4:23. The only thing is when it happens at a 22.40, let's see what the run is going to be. I hope we're going to run to the upside. I don't want it to go, but this is a 4-hour distribution candle, so we do a distribution to the downside, but I actually think we're going to get a distribution to the downside. Two and a half. I need to retrace back to one, 2.5, between 2.5 to this area. I hope it goes back to the event horizon. That would be an awesome trade. We only had a solid retracement at 1.25. We didn't have a retracement anywhere, but we'll see. Tricky area, be careful, guys. Okay, I'm gonna put the overlay on because we are in play now. No more chatting, back to business, focus. We want a good entry. So the 4-hour candle is 1.5 hour left. So are we going to get distribution? Looks like it, huh? I just don't trust it yet. I cannot enter on this in this area. This will be a FOMO trade, so I can't do it because we're exactly at 2.5. We had a retracement here. I really wanted to retrace a little bit. But this looks pretty balanced, right? If you look at it. We do have equals, and we still have this little flatty. Okay, I think we might get our little move to the upside. Let's see. We have no SMT, right, with ES? No SMT. Still not valid. No entry. Okay, let's go. The only thing now, because we're below the 25% already, I would think we're already big involved, and now this would be, I think, enough for it to go down. Um, but no SMT. It's already running. Hey, Jewel Libby. Hello, hello. How are you doing? You're new today. Well, welcome. I just started 2.5 months ago, so most people are quite new still, but we're growing. Yesterday hit the 200 subscribers, so welcome. Are you Jewel Libby? I love your name. I've got so many people with nice names. I'm always really boring. I just use my first name always. How's it going, Jewel? Are you do you trade? What are your concepts that you trade? Thank you for subscribing, by the way. I'm so excited. So when I say I want a wick here, I mean like a manipulation, like a uh, oh, it looks weak, right? Yes. My beautiful replay. Which replay are you referring to? Is it from today or yesterday? Okay, so now I guess we're not gonna get a wick here, but okay. I maybe this was the the, let me check quickly, maybe I missed something. Yeah, no, this one also did it. Well, I'm happy to get some. I guess with the name, I don't know. I think you're female, right? If I'm correct. But I'd love to have some more females in the community. That makes me really excited. So number 200 was a female as well yesterday. So I'm very excited to have a nice mix of male, females, and I mean it's so really, I never thought it would be so much fun to start to do this, and um, being able to connect to so many people, different areas of the world, and yeah, it's really a very exciting journey so far. So welcome. But I'm just not too happy with the price action at the moment because I just don't know where to get in. It just doesn't give me any availability at the moment. It's just sort of like consolidating. Yes, it went into the weekly open in the N walk, right? But then again, you want to see a nice reaction, either a good retracement, but then again, because it's been trickling down, it's sort of like almost balanced already. There's no SMT, so I just have to wait. It is expected because if Asia does have a large move like this, we can expect price action. So then you really have to wait a little bit longer for your setup. But hey, I don't mind. We'll give it another macro, and then I guess then we'll just continue where we left off in the New York session, right? So I was just hoping that it might give a spike up so that this is a lack of manipulation, it gets like a wick over it. So you don't want a body over it, you just want a wick, and that would also then sort of like touch on the 3 a.m. because now I just don't have anything to base my trade off. It's sort of like trickling down now. Mm, yeah, looking at the 4 hour candle, it looks like a distribution. So the 2 a.m. you want to get into the manipulation mode. This was the area. Yeah, so all that we can hit above here. So you look at the opening price at 2 a.m. I still not trust it at all. Let's see how it reacts to this red line. Those gradients of the opening range gaps, we still have two. Let me show you guys. We've got two opening range gaps below us, which are unfilled. Here we go. The yellow box is an old opening range gap of, let me take the time so you know. So we had quite a move up, right? So this was the opening range gap of 27th of October, and this one here, totally unfilled, well, just a little wick side of 24 October. So I believe we have a weekly open now of, maybe now we get our move to the upside. I really want some move to the upside so I can get in, but it's hard to. So that's the only thing is I took them off and I just rated them, and you see how well it reacts at those levels, right? It's fascinating. I think it's fascinating. It's all algorithmic, guys. It's not buying and selling pressure. It's just algorithmic. And so I believe we're slowly filling them today and tomorrow. But yeah, how the hell are we getting in? I mean, it's just this, and then No FOMO here. Why? Because it could slam back up any time, and it just doesn't give me a proper entry. It's just trickling down. No S&T. Mm, so I don't trust the move yet, but yet we are. I mean, think about this, guys. We've got so much more room to cover. We got this one below as well. Um, so, and if it's going to retrace, it might go all the way back up, right? And then you can take the same level of move again, and then you have a solid trade. So I'm all for it, just waiting. And if we miss it, we miss it, right? We are maturing. We are patient. Now, as you can see, I also grade my levels with 1/3 levels. As you can see, the 0.33 and the 0.66. I find them extremely valuable and very helpful. Um, so just experiment with them and see if you find that too, because I believe that um, I think there is some really I think it's very algorithmic, very solid. Let me put it that way, without giving away everything yet. But I'm going to take the yellow off. I just want to show you guys that you know why I'm using those opening range gaps and grading them. And you can already see how price is really like it's bouncing off those levels, right? Here, 25%, we had consolidation. Now we hit the 0.33. Are we going to get the move to the upside? So then we can enter a short to go into the end walk with solid SMT, with a solid setup, and time everything aligning. Nothing is aligning at the moment for me, so I just cannot enter. I wish I could, but I'm going to get rid of this. You served your purpose yesterday. Thank you. Oh, we might get the move now. Yes. And we're going to get a next macro again. I'm always excited when the macro starts. It's like, especially like when you have no movement. Oh, um, when you have like slow price action. It's like, oh my God, there's something happening maybe. Who knows? So I'm hoping that this area will give the ST, so that means if the price goes up and it doesn't go up all the way, it just sort of like gives a extended manipulation move here. So it's a wick a little bit higher than this candle, and maybe that gives the SMT. I was actually hoping that might have been already the case in this time, but it did not do that, so I guess not. But it could just trickle down, which is annoying. But I just want a manipulation move to the upside, like boom. But it looks sort of balanced now. We have this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. It's almost balanced, right? Doesn't need. 444. I want to see a react. So a lot of the times, the 1/3 levels give a very strong reaction for a retracement, but okay, still 5 more minutes for the. I wonder what's going to happen in the macro. If it's just going to run down like a large distribution move, because I actually think it just looks too weak, right, to go up. Look at the 4 hour here. I would be really surprised if it moves up from here. I think it's just going to go down a little bit more and then, yeah. If you're in a short already, might go down to this 1/3 level here. Let's see. 653. Let me check something. I want to check something. Are we? 675. Yeah, I think 675 will be. I think if it drops, it will go all the way to 675. And then bounce up there. 675. Let me see if I can frame the trade. If it goes down, I might 675. It's not. It's in between the mid. Yeah, let's see. I think it's not going to bounce before it takes a lower level. It doesn't look like it, right? It looks so heavy. It just. Is there anything else liquidity level around in the? I know it's in the N walk, but and again, like if you a manipulation move on the 4 a.m. would have been the best entry. Well, let's wait. We'll see. But I do think 675-ish, this area here. 671. If it's gonna drop, it's gonna drop. 654. 675, 654. 79. It's still a nice move to the downside, but I don't want to be caught in a if it slants back up, right? But this is just, I mean, look at this. This is just preparing to full drop dead. There is no manipulation move coming anytime soon. Forget it, babes. You want it, but you're not going to get it. You are not going to get it now. I'm sorry for the flickering, guys. I cannot stop it for some. I don't know why it's doing that. It's like someone is. I've got someone on the background moving my crosshair. It's the NQ. We quickly have a look at gold. Now, yesterday I said I'm interested in a long when it hits this level, and it hit that level all in Asia and in. So I could not. But then again, I don't know if I would take it because it's just high resistance. But I was thinking once it hits this level here, but it goes back into the 4-hour inversion, I might go up and take the stability. So I'm just not interested in gold at the moment. So that's why I thought I'm going to focus on my old NQ. But NQ has not done much either. But at least it touched the N walk, which is 2.5. So I sort of like hoping we're going to get a retracement. That's I'm still hoping we get. I am just like it just doesn't make sense we don't get any retracement. On the other hand, the 4-hour candle is still 1 more hour to go, 1 hour 10 minutes. But we could, but it just doesn't look. I don't know. We really have to wait. I really want SMT. I really want to move to the upside and then SMT. We do have a lot of equal highs here. Let's see. And stops. I don't know why you should stop flickering. But then again, it could just drop all the way to 675-ish, and then from there on, then give the move up. We might get the SMT there. It looks very. I think it's gonna drop. Yeah. I think it's gonna use the macro to drop. So 670 here, 675 would be. If you're in a short, let it ride to 670, 675-ish. Be aware there, around that area. Macro starting. What does a macro do? It runs for liquidity or balances out imbalances. So it already tipped his hand. It's going lower than the level here. So the next level is somewhere around this area, I believe. If I would be in a short, I would get out at 671-ish, 675. But it needs to drop now. Still 25 points to go. It might be a nice drop. It's going to be a nice low resistance drop. I'm not in. But definitely if you're in, be careful here. 671-ish. It's just not going. See, I am a distribution trader. I really like clear AMD. So accumulation, manipulation, and then the distribution. And I can see the 4-hour candle, but I just don't see the clear. I do see the accumulation, but for me, it's not clear. The manipulation move is just not clear to me at the moment. That's why I said, oh, here again on the 1 hour. We also have a flat top on the 1 hour. So even now, I just want this. I want this little. There needs to be a candle with the wick above this, and then I'm comfortable taking it to the downside. or even maybe even higher. Is anyone in a short? It just moves so slow as well, right? It just doesn't move very fast. Hey, for me, distribution moves to the downside. They need to be fast. I love the. I do better on the distribution moves to the downside, but this is just not. It is going, but it's so slow that I'm just. I don't mind missing this. Again, 675 is between 675 and 670. Let's see what happens. A lot of people will start feeling FOMO and they will FOMO in. Okay, let's see. I want to see what happens at 675. Okay. What happened to my end wall? Okay, now let's see if we're gonna get a reversal. Let's see if there's SMT. Now, sometimes the macro you can divide it in two, right? The one part of the move can go down, and the other could go up. Now, it could continue going down, obviously, but let's see. But SMT, it's a bit annoying if it keeps on dropping, right? If you don't have an entry, it does annoy me a little bit, and I have to be honest about it. I feel like I don't feel FOMO, but I'm a little bit annoyed that I'm not in it as a distribution trader. Um, it is what it is, but You know what I noticed when you have when you are patient and you just don't find yours, you will see at some point that something happens and you think about, okay, if I would have been in, I would have either given back a lot of my profits or um, patience is always rewarded at some point. That's something that I really start noticing, becoming more patient, and you just have to sit through these moments and just accept that there was no entry. It didn't meet my criteria, and if it does, the move is there, and sometimes you miss a few. But yeah, it's so slow. I don't really, distribution moves should be fast. And this is exactly the area that I wouldn't be surprised if we do get a little bit of a. But then on the other hand, 1 more hour to go in the 4 hour. What's going to happen? Are you just going to slow a little bit and then move further down? We still have half a macro to go, so let's see what it looks heavy, right? Yeah, it doesn't look like it's going to go up. So, so for those who are in a short, hello, Kourbi. I'm from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa. Where are you from? So the scenery you see is South Africa. I just told you where I'm from. Did you hear me? We have a couple of Indians here. Welcome. Where in India? I've been in India. I traveled to India many, many years ago for 6 weeks. Beautiful. And the food. I love Indian food. It's yummy. Good. But anything you hear are South African birds and nature. Oh gosh. Okay, let's see what happens at 3 past 5. So sometimes when you have a move like that, and as you can see now, the funny thing is, right, this is the gradient of the opening range gap. It sort of like stalls there, and I want to see. No, I don't. This is the only platform that I have. Only YouTube. I love YouTube. Now let's see what happens after in a minute, because when the run starts, let me just see what time did we start this. Okay, this is 4:51. We might get a turn here that I'm waiting for. Patience always pay. At some point, it will pay. So this line, the yellow line, is the 50% of the opening range gap, not the 50% of the end walk, but the 50% of the opening range gap. There's always significant, those levels. So they're unused and they are from weeks ago, but ICT said keep them on your charts, especially if they're unfilled. But even if they're filled in the current week, especially if you have like one of Monday, for example, and it's filled, you keep the gradients on your chart, because even though the price goes back to it, it will respect those levels. But let's see what happens. Yeah, it looks like it's just going to go. It's so weak, but Here we go. So here's the 50% of the annual 618. Falling, falling, falling. Is anyone in the short? Did anyone catch that short? I think the only valuable entry might have been, so we had a 4 o'clock printer, the manipulation rule, 4 o'clock candle, 4 hour candle, like right here, right? You see this? Let me go to the hourly. Or even better if you have the 2 hour candle and you could tell the, we're going to get a distribution rule. It was a hard for me. I mean, I play the 10 a.m. distribution candle most of the times, but hey, I did not catch this one. Like, excuse me a little bit here, because I was looking at this flat. I thought we were going to go over this one, and we did not. That was my confusion. But the only play here is if you look at the opening of the 4 o'clock, then you get insert, and you have another retest here, a retest of the 4 a.m., and then you write it down. Oh, you got it? Okay, nice. Did you use, what's your entry? What PD array did you use? So for me, it would be the retest of the time, and this like a BPR here, right? And this entry here, also retesting the time. So I use retest of time as well, but I just didn't trust it yet because we were hanging around the 25, and then I thought, okay, we heard the 0.3, we might go up because of this flat one here. Oh, MGC. Oh, you got the gold. Okay. I'm just not interested in gold in shorts. I just don't. Yeah, I'm just fed up with gold being in this 4 hour inversion. So as long as it's there, I'm just staying out. I wanted a long from here, but then again, it did not follow through. But hey, good, nice. Sure, I would love to see your structure. If you want to post it in the Discord, I would love to see it because I'm not watching it, but I'd love to see if you want to. If not, it's also fine. But I'm just curious. Now, am I getting interested now in a long maybe because with all and this is all when you have price action this slow, it's all engineered liquidity. Look how beautiful this is right now, and we still have this one here. So, am I actually now getting interested? I might take a stab at a very micro. What time is it? 5. Yeah, I just want to see how it behaves. But I think it's just been trickling down, trickling down, trickling down. We still have this 3 a.m. that's also unmitigated here. The highs, equals are below it. Um, you've got 1 more hour to go. How high will you go? It's a 4 hour to go. Or are you going to go lower? Let's see. Hello, millions. It will fall. Yeah, I know it will fall. There's no entry for me. You caught the short too. Nice. Yeah, I just, the only entry should have been for me above the 4 a.m. here. Um, retest of this area here, but I'm still, maybe there will be an entry. Let's see what, it's going to fall, I know, but I'm still thinking there might be a little bit of Dottie, where did you get in? And Millions, are you in it? I guess you're in it too, right? Where did you enter? And also I was looking at this, and most of the times you get like a retracement at 2.5, because the 1.25 I use a lot, and you get exactly the 1.25. We got this beautiful retracement here. So I was sort of thinking, and that caught me off guard as well today. Like, okay, we were hovering about this. They were hovering about the and work all the time. So I thought, okay, it's probably going to tap into it and then, fool everyone. Okay, now let's see what happens. And then it might, give us a little bit of a retracement, but it did not. And it trickles so slow that I, don't really like it, but it's still annoying not to be, as a distribution trader, it's still annoying not being in these moves. I have to be honest. And I cannot find a good entry, but I'm a little bit annoyed about it. So, but it is what it is. Um, Thank you for subscribing, whoever is my 205. Thank you. Appreciate it. It soothes the pain of not being in a trade. Hey, I mean, these last 2 weeks have been, I don't think I've traded so little trades in a long time, but patience is no, if there's no setup, there's no setup for me. You entered at 25,770, 25,770. Ooh, nice. So you did exactly, you did the reach at 4 a.m. Wow, nice. Exactly in the, it's sort of a BPR, I guess, right? And then also here, yeah, that should have been the, like I said, that technically it was also, if I go to 1 hour, this little move, you got the opening, then you have the manipulation move of candle. And if you miss that, this should have been again that one more time it goes about it and then boom. Yeah. But hey, listen, I like what I'm seeing now. So, I like it. So now let's see, we got ES. We have, no, of course we don't have any. Uh, 25,600. Okay, I like it. 5:15. Let's see. Is this the entry for the short? Is it not going any further? I'm just waiting a little bit longer. It doesn't make sense if it goes up all the way to this level here. It should be a continuation. Look at the 4-hour candle. It's almost, yeah. It's so slow. I just don't. Oh, oh. I just want to see it go a little bit higher, but then again, what inefficiency are there, right? For it to go higher too, because this situation like this, it's sort of like almost balanced, right? Because there's no more. There is like a inversion, but before going down, I don't think we're going to have a green can. If it goes all the way up to this green, we don't want that. It should go. I think it's a slow. I think it's a sell here. Let's just play the trade, guys. I'm too late for this trade, but I think it would be. Um, and you know I'm not getting into a normal trade because I'm late to the party. If I was like a Dotty or a Millions, I don't know where you got in. But let me just see. I'm see this. I mean, um, I think it's. I think it has to go up first for going down. 25, 597. No, I'm getting in. I'm staying out. I'm waiting. I more information. If you have a good entry like Dotty, you can sit it out, right? Because look at the opening range gaps. We have still another one below us. Show you. And then we also have this one here. So there's still a lot to cover. We went below the weekly open without any reaction. This is also very unusual, right? If you have the weekly open and you go below it without hardly any reaction, it went a little bit lower. So normally you also see a retracement from either when you go into an end walk or when you hit an end walk, which obviously is a weekly open. There hasn't been any. And even hitting the opening range gap, we did not get a reaction there. We just consolidated between the end walk and the start. So I just don't trust it too much. I just cannot. I cannot just enter here. It will go against all my rules, and I will be very annoyed if it will be a losing trade. Even more so than missing the trade. So now every logic is like, okay, it's a distribution candle to the downside, right? It's there is no other way. But yesterday there was like a large manipulation move as well to that level that I really said I cannot go down before it hits that level, and it hit that level, but it was after 4 o'clock. So I'd rather be wrong and stick to my analysis and learn from it than getting into a trade just because I feel a little bit FOMO, guys. I'm honest. it's just like, oh my god, I'm missing it, and maybe I'm waiting for this entry and I want to get in, but um, it doesn't fit my criteria. Then I just have to feel the burn. And hey, Dottie got the good entry, so but I think it has to look. We've engineered so much liquidity. We have a little bit of this little volume imbalance, which is exactly the 3 a.m. and we have two equal low highs just above. So there is so much engineered liquidity right over here that I don't trust it at all. Look, this all engineered. This is all engineered. And it was the same thing yesterday. Yes, we are going down, but are we first going to manipulate back up again to go back further down? Because everybody is now short. Everybody's going, oh my God, we're in a short, and that's how they manipulate everybody out there out of their positions. So this is all engineered. We're going to take this out, but it's very unusual price action. Let's see. Okay, if it goes over this line here, that's the 1/3 line. Then we go to the quarter. Let's see how far it goes up. We got 14 more minutes in the 4-hour candle. We might go into the short, might be turning into a green. I don't know. It's really weird. Let's see. Let's see if we can get a 5 minutes change in state delivery. Let me check on the 3 minute. Or is it going to? We've got a flat here as well. This one is flat. Let's see if it gets a wick and not a body close. If it gets a body close, we have a change in state of delivery. If it's just a wick, that might be a good either an entry for short. But you do want to see some form of manipulation on this candle, but no body close. If there's a body close, then we have a change in state delivery, right? On the 3 minute. 725. I want to see the 3 minute. This one is important for me now, this level here. We engulf one here already. Let's see if we can get this one as well, because then it's 723. So now it's making a wick in the 1/3 line. So that I would see that as a bearish thing a little bit. But again, I don't trust anything the last 2 days. I'm getting very distrustful of the market. I think I've said that 100 times already. Oh, I don't trust it. I don't trust it. Now, okay, what are you going to do? So for 524, yeah. you want to see this candle, the 4 hour candle, leave this wick here so you get like the value gap, right? So you don't want it to go over. We don't want this price action to go higher. Um, what do we have to the left? What do we have consolidation here? I'm just going to check if there's any on this side here. So you see, on 26th of October, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 candles consolidating. Now we did have some here, but those could be here as well. 1, 2. So I won't be surprised if we get consolidation here now. So look at the 30-minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We have some here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a block. So you see here, we had 4 blocks of consolidation. Now, I wouldn't be surprised we're going to get a few blocks, because it makes sense, because I don't think we are going to go all the way up here now. And we want that 4-hour candle wick to leave the fair value gap, right? We don't want it to go up, but we do want. I mean, I want an entry for the rest of the day. So it makes sense if we go into consolidation a little bit here. It's very weird price action. Yeah, Meta. Yes, yesterday. Yesterday I did. Yes. Oh, I didn't. Oh, you were not there, obviously. Okay. Yes, yesterday. Yes, it was a very boring price action, and that was very exciting. Yes, we're slowly getting there, right? From a YouTuber, 2.5 months, zero, no social media, and at 2:05 now. So thank you guys. Really, it's been very exciting so far. And I mean, I never thought I would like it so much. The community sense and the people, um, being online, chatting. But I really like to have the Discord and get together there. So I'm not the only one who will talk. So that's something I really look forward to communicate also outside YouTube. Yeah, because I do. I just counted how many hours per week I'm talking now. I was like, why am I so tired in the weekend? Why do I have a scrapey throat? I'm like, okay, but it doesn't feel unnatural. I mean, I can talk all the time, and there's enough chat to do so. But it's also nice to have an interactive a conversation. Yeah. So Meta, apparently YouTube, when you're small, when you just start, YouTube doesn't know what to do with you, right? Because it's sort of like still needs to figure out which niche and what is your audience. But apparently, when you hit the 200, it's sort of like what someone told me. It's like you have enough, then YouTube starts taking you more seriously because they have enough data, and then they can push you a little bit more, and they know what to do with your channel. So apparently, it's a big milestone, the 200, when you start from zero and no social media, I guess. So I guess, right? So we'll see. But it's I prefer it to go slow and just really like the little group that we have. It's personal. It's nice. I want to keep it that way. Grow, but still maintain that personal touch. We'll see. Now, what are you doing? So similar to like the TGIF, it's fractal, right? It's like a retracement of of in TGIF is a weekly candle, but you can have the same on a 4-hour candle, on a daily candle, on a monthly candle. But it doesn't have to be only 22, 30, 40%. It could be more as well. So I just want to calculate how much this 4-hour candle is retracing already. Um, hey, True Seeker. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, it was. I mean, it was obvious, right, that it will go down. But hey, did you see that it went to that level that I was waiting for all day, and it went to that level? I said it will go down, but it needs to go to that level, and it hit it. What, 5 o'clock or something, or after 4? It's so annoying. And again today, I'm not in a trade because I just it doesn't meet my criteria. I cannot get in with a proper risk reward. So are you in True Seeker? Are you in the trade? Did you manage to get a good short? Did you? Oh, in Asia, you mean? Yeah, Asia was the move, I guess. But True Seeker, it doesn't matter. You do very well. Sometimes you know. I, no, I'm sure we're going to get a lot of trades, and there will be all A plus. We're just waiting, and then we will attack. No wishing. You don't need to wish. You're doing fine. You had some pretty awesome trades this week. I mean, yesterday was just Monday, right? Sometimes I don't know the days anymore. I'm like, oh, yeah, it was Friday or it was, but yesterday you had a really good one, right? And but I can remember last week you had a good one too, if I'm not mistaken. For me, in all honesty, the market has been a little bit challenging. Also last week, I did have one or two good trades, and then it was really hard to read, not fitting the way I read the market. But then um, I was really proud of yesterday that I said no, I wanted to go to this level, and it did not go, and then it hit that level after the close. But then that the it gives you confidence in your analysis, and that you are getting better and waiting for not taking the trade. It's like what I said. My impatience is actually really something that I worked on, and is getting better. And but sometimes you'll see me. It'll show itself. I mean, I cannot hide it. You guys will see. Oh, she's now FOMOing in. Exactly, True Seeker. That's what I feel as well. And for me, just yeah, exactly. And that's what I felt yesterday. Remember, you said, oh, it's going to go to that. I said, no, I think it's going to go to high. And and I was like, yeah, but I think, and then we go over it, and then and then I'm like, um, I as well. And then when it works out, just not taking the trade, but you see it later, then because sometimes you feel like when I say, oh, I don't feel comfortable, but I cannot explain it yet because I don't have the full logic yet. That's where I journal, and that's how I want to know every logic behind the move and be able to explain it. And if I can't, and I thought, oh, maybe I have no shame in saying that. Oh, I just don't feel comfortable, but I just don't know why yet. And but I feel now I have like, okay, well, and if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. It's those are the learning moments, and I also don't feel no shame in that, to be wrong. But I will feel shame if I FOMO in, and I fall back into that pitfall, like revenge trading. That I will feel a little bit of shame if I do that on stream. So, but I don't feel shame to be wrong when I think I can analyze it, but it could be wrong, right? Because we don't know the markets. We are just learning and still evolving, right? As a trader. Um, but yeah, But I'm with you, True Seeker, and I love that we have a community that we talk about them, and we also like we fade each other, right? We like, oh, no, I don't agree with you. I have a different opinion. And that's what I love. We just go over it and we look at it and we just learn every. We had some very insightful sessions, I think. The ones that we didn't trade a lot, I think were very insightful, and especially Friday. You were Friday there as well when Francis was there. He gave a lot of good information. Yeah, so I'm very grateful for you guys. I cannot express it too much. I know I say it a lot, but um, trading by yourself, and I thought, oh, I love it, just not having to deal with people. But oh my God, I cannot. I'm always very excited to go on. I'm like, oh my God, the chat and being again with you guys and just chatting. Even though when there's no trade, well, I talk a lot apparently, but. But that's why we have the Discord now, so you guys can talk as well. So the Discord still needs a lot of work, but mainly I set up the channels, so the voice channels are for me the most important now. So just saying, because I'm really curious what you guys, especially I know True Seeker, I know your trading style is sort of similar to mine, but there are some differences. And it's nice to hear about it. And it's hard for you guys just to type. You cannot share any documents in YouTube. So I'm really curious. Yeah, and I'm happy to hear that you feel the same. And that's exactly what I want to reach with this channel. It's not just affiliate links, signals. It's just really learning together and growing together. So I'm happy to hear that. So that makes me really happy. Yeah. And here I am. Yet it's already. I don't know. I'm always streaming longer than I think I will, but it just it's fun. But how long are we going to? We'll give it another. Let's look at the. I mean, who cares? I've nowhere else to go. It was sunny today. It's already cloudy, so I've got a nice rooftop where I can relax. So now, every time I say that, because I really love tape reading, and I'm really obsessed with the algorithm and to find those signatures. So for now, because my next thing is like, oh, I want to see how the 4-hour 2 a.m. Candle is going to close. So that's every time I have something why I'm staying longer. And like yesterday's stream was also about, was it 4 hours something? And but hey, I've got the time now, so I can do it. I don't mind. I enjoy it. So, and as long as I learn as well, I don't. It doesn't feel like work. It just feels like growth and building a community. But let's see. Let me quickly have a look at gold. Oh yeah, I don't want gold. Metro, I'm really curious about your trade in gold, what you took. I really would love to see that. Now, what I'm really looking forward to, guys, I do wanna, like, in my journaling, when you have two, and you have an event horizon, and it's a beautiful space. I call it ping pong Monday and Tuesday. So I'm hoping that we will get. So if it's going to be, maybe we're going to have an inside, well, sort of inside ranging day of the range that has been created in Asia. If we do get that, I use these levels to frame trades if we're going to get that. So for me, that's something that I use a lot on Mondays and sometimes on Tuesday if we don't have it. But it seems like on NWAR, on NQ, that we might get ping pong Tuesday. So if we are going to have a lot of back and forth before we take out those levels, remember we have NFP, right? So it might not do the move today. So this might be it for a while. I don't know if get a lot of consolidation. But in this case, I will. It will not be a problem for trade. I am used to that. Ping pong, Monday, Tuesday. We'll see. But we're gonna watch now how this 4 hour. Look at this 4 hour candle now. It's changing a little bit. We're gonna get a nice wick. And hey, the guys who've been with me, I love large wicks. My favorite. My favorite PD arrays, the rejection block. So it looks like we're getting a nice 4 hour. I like that, but that tells me something already. That tells me we are not going to go down in one week. If this candle is going to close like this, let me show you. We're getting a large wick on the 4 hour. We only have 20 minutes left, and let's say we're going to get a few. Well, it might be. Some might say seek and destroy, but we don't have a lot of wicks here right now. But then we might not go down in one line. We might go internal here and then to go to the wick again, and for this is liquidity. It might use this wick as a rejection block 1 or 2 times. So let's see what we have on the 1 hour. Yeah, I really want to see this. I really want this one wick on this one. I think people should. What is she talking about? Engine liquidity. There we go. Okay. I think we'll get our SMT when we're gonna get this wick, and then most like that's a scenario. But what I'm hoping to see now, because we haven't had SMT with ES all day, all London session, maybe if we get the wick here and then ES does not, then we get SMT, and then I would enter a short. I'm not entering a short if I don't have SMT. So I'm waiting for something in a scenario like here. Um, I've been bloody patient. I should reward myself with something nice for my patience. I'm gonna get something very unhealthy to eat. See, there ES also has this flatty. I'm gonna call it a flatty, a devil's mark, right? And it's exactly the 3 o'clock as well. And let me go to the 15 here. Oh, I'm gonna get myself something. I'm gonna give myself a reward today. And this is also the 3 o'clock. Yeah. So I think that one of the two might get a wick and the other does not. So it's sort of like a delayed manipulation, right? This is a lag of manipulation. So if there's no candle, if no wick above it, you don't want to see a body above it. You just want to see a wick. But it's even better when you have a longer wick. That's actually a very interesting algorithmic signature. Especially if you see it on the 4 hour, you mark them. You mark them because especially when you have like news events and you see a large one going down, you will see that the wicks, you will see a lot of action goes into us. So this area is very interesting for me, but I don't know, maybe it doesn't need to go that high, right? um, I want to see the file. Did we have change in state? Oh yes, we have already. Yeah, we already have change in state delivery right over here. So what time is it? Give me 2 seconds. Sorry. Yeah, I'm back. Okay. Okay, how far are we going up? Are we going to tap to the 4 o'clock and maybe reject from there? 5:46. 5:46. I'm really curious to see now how this 4 hour is going to. I didn't expect it to go so high, but hey, it's a weird market now. Nothing is. You see, this is also something I did not expect. I thought, okay, it's a distribution candle, and it might finish all the way. It might go down, but it just didn't feel right because there was no SMT. And normal distribution, you want to clear AMD, and the most of the times when you have the manipulation phase, there is a SMT in that manipulation phase. That's where you look for, and then you have the distribution, and that's where I get in. But I just didn't see that, so I could not get in, um, and when you have a real distribution move, you get like it goes all the way down, right? It just doesn't stop. It just takes out, it goes through the whole end wall. So I guess um, so even though the manipulation, so the 4 a.m. There was no SMT, even though we had a little bit of manipulation move to the upside above the 4. Did we actually fully? Where did we enter? 405. Yeah, it was just a little wick. So it's very significant. So um, I think we're going to get it later on. And also, what is different here? Normally, when you have, you use the levels, you get your retracement at 2.5. But now we're getting it at 3. You see here, exactly at 3, we're going to get our retracement. We got it at 125, which is a significant level for me. I use that a lot. And then it went here to the upside, and then there wasn't any. It didn't react when it entered the end walk, not at all. And it also didn't enter. It did when we entered the opening range gap, which is also a significant level of liquidity. So it just sort of like disrespected a few of those levels, which is really weird. This was also very weird to me to see at 2.5. It did not really react a little bit here, but not like a normal retracement. Hello, Shiva. I am from the Netherlands, but I live in South Africa. So the scenery behind me is South African trees. It's a South African tree and birds. If you hear loud birds, they're South African birds. They're very loud, but they're very beautiful. And I am at war with a South African rooster. It's next door. Oh, look at that. Look at this 4 hour candle now. See what's happening? That's really a scenario I did not expect, to be honest. And I think you're from India, if I may make a presumption. Are you from India? I think I got the same the question just before. I think it's apparently very important to people where I'm from, but that's okay. Where in India are you from? Now I'm really curious. We have 10 more minutes to go. Oh my God. Are you kidding me? I thought I was spared of this kind of chat things. Pune. I've never been to Pune, but I've traveled through India for 6 weeks. I went a couple of times, but it's beautiful. I mean, it's very diverse and very interesting. And I had a beautiful trip. It's many, many years ago, though. And like I told to you, there's someone else from India here today, and I also told him I love the food. It's every area had different spices, and it was so different, but they were all very enjoyable. Yeah. Oh, Vishal, good. Thank you for it because you were almost getting deported from the chat. I saw you retract your message. You know, I like to make fun here, but it also has to be a little bit. I mean, we keep it normal here. Okay, now you're going. You're out. I don't deal with that bullshit. I guess that comes with the territory when you get over 200, right? This is the first time. Well, we had last week there was one person. That was the first time actually that I made a comment. It just slipped my. I think True Seeker was here. I can't remember, but something slipped my. It wasn't very nice what I said, but it was the truth. It was actually the first time that I was like, oh shit. Well, but you know what? I guess you just have to kill the fire very fast. I mean, it's free speech. Anybody can say anything they want, but I mean, if it's just really pointless and stupid. I went to Rajasthan. I went to Bodh Gaya. Obviously, I went to Goa, but it wasn't the Goa, the party Goa, but really a beautiful place. Um, I I went many. It was like I can't remember all the names, but um, I had our own driver. We had a driver for 6 weeks, so we went to a lot of. Oh, it was just beautiful in the country. Yeah, yeah. We went to obviously Taj Mahal. Then a lot of little places. We had to drive a long time, but it was amazing. The colors were just couldn't believe it. I made pictures with a very simple camera, but it was just the colors were just unbelievable. So I'm noticing that it's like hovering around the 4 o'clock, but not going any further, right? Now, what's with this question? What broker do you use? Why is that so interesting? I'm just curious. It is such a I mean, what does it tell you if I tell you that I am using a broker? What does it really tell you from India, me from the Netherlands, South Africa? What broker am I using? I'm just curious. Am I missing something? There's always people from India that ask me that question, and I'm just wondering why. Shiva, you tell me, why are Indians interested in that? Or is it just? I think it's some kind of. It's like just to make conversation or so. I don't know. Yeah, you have a beautiful country, really. And hey, it's the fastest growing economy, right? I'll go back one day. I'm sure I'll go back. Definitely. Okay, we're missing the um it's 6 o'clock. Last I think this is the last macro we're gonna watch. I think it will be we might have a nice free market, but I think for me now, if I'm looking at this price section, I think I will wait till the next 4 hour candle to because obviously we're going to get a 6 o'clock. Um, the 6 to 10 might be a consolidation. I'm curious what it's going to do because I don't think it's going to be a. I don't think the next 4 hour candle will be. We're going to go I don't think we're going to go straight back down into the N walk. So I think later today we might. I only trade in gold, but I'm thinking of trading in the Nasdaq 100 as well. Do you think the decision would be right? Well, Shiva, I was only trading Nasdaq, and I started to trade gold because people asked me to, and I started looking into it. And for me, it was the right decision after 3 years only doing Nasdaq. But I do believe that if you have specific setups, if they work on gold, they also would work on Nasdaq. So yes, if you are interested in, if you have a solid setup already, and you know your levels, and you have a plus setup, I think you can do that. Yes, but if you don't have, if you're still searching for a setup and you don't really know, I would just stick to one until you really feel comfortable with that one. But if you're at a place that you feel like, okay, I'm making money with one instrument, yes, definitely branch out. Why not? But I'm just so I'm not against it, but I think it has to be um, I'm just saying it because I find gold. I can do my same setups and my same models work on gold as the ones that I've traded on NQ. But every instrument has a little bit, is a little bit different in a sense. But you need to, get into that while you're going. But it has to have your similarities. Otherwise, I would not do it. But gold and NQ, yes, they can go together. Um, but just be careful if you're not, still struggling with a proper setup. I would just stick to one for a while and then later on branch out. Yeah. What do you trade? What is your do you trade ICT or do you have a different concept you use? Oh, it's 6 o'clock. Okay, so now um, I love this wick. I mean, wicks are um, they tell you a story. It's not only the bodies that tell you the story; it's the wicks as well because it's a gap, right? And you can literally frame where ICT, good for you. Um, I'm just looking at the price action. Um, so for me now, I'm going to wait until 10 o'clock. I don't think we have news today, right? Let me just double check. No, we don't have news today. Because of this large wick, it's very unlikely that it will go in one line to downside, so it most likely will reject again. What I would do, grade this one and watch if it goes down, where it goes down to, and if there's any similarities. Because maybe the 6 to 10, we might get a retracement into here, right? Might go into here now. But let's see what happens. I'm going to touch some grass and eat something. I'll be back later today. I think I'm, hey, Methor, it's crazy because I actually think the wick still, for me, my TPs are at wick levels, and that's how I manage to really frame my trades with exactly almost the TP to the tick. I know where I can expect retracements. So for me, if you would only give me bodies, I would be blind. I wouldn't know what to trade. So, Meta, I'm thank you for saying that because I'm just like, am I crazy? But isn't the Wix, they provide so much more information for me. So yeah, no, I get very excited for large Wix like that. But anyway, that's why the rejection block is my favorite PD array. And that's why I was always confused, like with liquidity, like because no, it's not liquidity. It's a rejection block first, and then it becomes liquidity. And after I started understanding that, and that is not really taught by anyone, I think they just go over the rejection block. But when is it a rejection block, and how does it function in the total order flow, right? So for me, understanding that now, and that's what I'm trying also to bring across, like when you see me grading a wick, because the bottom is not liquidity yet. No, it's not. It's a rejection block first, and then it becomes a point of liquidity. And that's for me an eye opener, really. But then obviously on the lower time frame, when you have like, for example, here, when you have engineered. So for me now, when I see these wicks, these I won't grade these, but because they're equal, and this is all engineered liquidity. So engineered wicks. So it's for me the manipulation in many ways is for me how I trade AMD, the manipulation, the lack of manipulation. So when I see a flat bottom, flat top, so for me the manipulation is what shows me the order flow in this type of thing. So I just switched everything around. It's for me not the bodies, but the wicks that really give me the structure. So hey, that's why I mentioned on this candle here. I want to see a wick here. Let me go back and watch it, guys. You'll see. Watch what happens in this area here when you see this 15-minute one. Is it a 1 hour as well? It's a 1 hour as well here. That's why I was also not confident in that. It doesn't have to. Yeah, rejection blocks are my favorite. I mean, I cannot go without a rejection block. When I see a rejection block, I can frame. For me, it's also when I see when it has been done its job as a rejection block, then I know how we will get the low distribution move to the downside, right, or to the upside. But especially if it's a rejection block first, they are just yummy. I cannot say it enough. But anyway, more on that, guys. You'll see me just. I am totally in wicks and rejection blocks, and you'll see me grade a lot. I go totally nuts with the grading, but it helps. It really is. And with the last lessons of ICT with the premium and discount wicks, combining that with all the other things, I mean, it's been for me. It's been really life changing almost. But then again, the price action hasn't been very favorable. But hey, listen, I love wigs. I think I'm going to make a T-shirt. I love wigs. Yeah. Anyway, but hey, Shiva, I'm happy to hear that you are on the same boat as well. Good. I love that. But anyway, watch this area, guys, because I do think we are going to go up here. And that's why when we went down, I was pointing out this. I was like, something's. It is just we need to go up here first before we can make the rest of the move down. But we'll see. I'll see you guys back in a few hours. I'm gonna take a break and I'll make a new stream. I think I'll plan it a little bit after 10 o'clock because I don't want to trade before. And I'll see you there. And thank you again, everyone, for supporting me, hanging out with me. Oh, and thank you again. I see someone subscribed. Thank you so much, guys. I cannot tell you enough how appreciative and how it makes me feel. I'm almost emotional, to be honest, but I'm just 2.5 months in, and it's such a amazing ride. See you later, Meta. And if you were able to share your trade, I would love to see your trade on gold. Anyway, guys, I'll see you later. And stay safe. I'll see you in a bit. Oh, love you guys.